Tonight's show is brought to you by
Muso's Corner.
All right, guys, welcome back for another edition of the Nighttime. Jono, welcome back.
Howdy.
And tonight we've got the girls on tonight.
Hi.
Crazy Lady and Cranky Lady.
Hi.
No Big Andy tonight. We didn't have the hair and makeup lady available, so we decided not to come on. So, yeah, let's get into it, guys. Crew review. Yeah, Jono.
I thought it was a really good game. Like, the night started off strong running. Good to see Frizzell back, laying the wood on people. Surprised in Crossland. He had a really good game.
Yep.
And, yeah, great to see Bradman Best back in first grade.
Yeah,
He was awesome.
That was a big inclusion. To be honest, I don't think anyone had a bad game. I thought they all played, rather well.
Yeah.
Clemmer had a blinder. He made 462 tackles.
I was so disappointed when he didn't score.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, I was hoping it had come back as a try, but, yeah, in the old days it would have been benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
No.
Just unlucky.
Yeah, no, that was,
Well, his tackle efficiency was 97.5%, which is pretty bloody good.
Oh, he had a huge game, to be honest. Excuse me. Yeah, everyone played well from one right through.
Amari Tuala.
Yeah, hat-trick.
Hat-trick, yeah.
And we'll be biased. How good was Kurt Manstra?
Oh, amazing.
Back to form. So, yeah, and I think it's this week it's put us into good confidence and in a good step to do the ponies up there.
How do you think the 4-day turnaround's going to go?
It could be one of two ways. A lot of them are saying, it's good.
Well, Pierce is back, so that should be a massive help.
I'm hoping they're just still going to be pumped up from that game and it'll bring them over the line, hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully so. And, they'll all still be in footy mode, so... Excuse me, I will apologise now if I cough a bit of bronchitis this week. It's not COVID, so don't worry. But yeah, like talking to a couple of boys there on the weekend and on the Saturday when it got cancelled, they were all bummed. All they wanted to do, they wanted to go play.
Yeah.
So, that's hopefully that'll be the last of it. I personally didn't understand why they'd done it anyway for 6 cases.
Yeah.
But good game.
Great game.
Great game, yeah. Awesome game.
And, I mean, like, the Raiders are a good team. So,
they put up a fight in the second half, I thought, but I thought that was a bit of Knights just slacking off a bit. Not as, much pressure on the 5th tackle. I thought it was a stupid idea taking the 2 points with 11 minutes left. Thought they should have gone for the try, get the pressure on.
considering you need all the for and against points you can get.
Yeah.
Exactly, so.
But, yeah.
Thought that was a bit of a head scratcher, but it was good to get the win.
And, yeah, we're back to, the football we can play.
Yeah.
There was no real silly mistakes. No stupid, defensive errors. I didn't think. I thought it was just an all-round good team game. So, yeah, there's not much. I'm pretty excited about this week coming now or after that. So, yeah, anyone else?
No, I'm just hoping that they keep Tuala on the wing.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into the team list there a bit later, and but no, yeah, must say, hat-trick.
Yeah.
Pretty well done. So
It was awesome.
A lot of people haven't been happy with him recently, like they haven't with a lot of the players, but to get a hat-trick, that was just brilliant. It's awesome.
It was great. And another thing I will say is too is I'm a bit disappointed in 12 minutes to go. Brady Jones comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on there?
Give him some more
he
time.
deserves so much more.
I mean, especially, okay, if he goes, O'Brien was saying, I want to keep him fresh. The game was won with about 20 minutes to go.
Yeah.
He needs at least 20 minutes game time to get into the game, and then,
It was one, but teams have come back from that.
Yeah, but still, but Brady's not going to let you down. So no matter who we come on for, you know, it's like taking off someone good and putting another good player on. He needs to get a bit more. Personally, I would have put him on 10 minutes from half time, and then maybe took him off at half time if that's what he wanted to do, and then bring him on later again. But especially a fresh man like Brady running at the tired forwards through the middle of the ruck, that would have been my way of doing things. But I suppose that's why I'm on the podcast and I'm not the coach of the Newcastle Knights.
When he says he wants to keep him fresh, what's he keeping him fresh for? Next week or?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, let's just hope this week that he gets a bit more game time because he deserves it. And yeah.
Champion of a bloke.
Yeah, absolutely champion of a bloke. You're dead right. No, while we're on that subject, I must have a shout out to him and Kurt and the rest of the boys for sending me those lovely birthday messages. A very big surprise, and it meant a lot. So if any of them are watching, thanks guys. But yeah, that's the crew review really for this week. It was brilliant game. And I can only see us going forward from this.
Definitely.
I think it was the best game this year from the Knights.
Definitely
game.
most complete game for the whole
Yeah,
80 minutes.
Yeah.
They kept it up the whole way through instead of, I mean, you said they eased off a little bit in the second half, but they didn't ease off too much.
But it was the thing I liked about it was a whole team performance. Not really, well, I suppose there was sort of a few that shone, but the whole team put in a good team effort. It wasn't just a single one or two players that won the game. And, you know, like you said, a few players that have been down in confidence of late and been getting a bit of a bagging of social media. It was good to see them come through and stand up.
Yeah.
So
the night of the round's going to be hard to pick.
it was. It was, actually, to be honest. I could have had 28 special mentions, but anyway, we'll get into that a bit later. But it's the blue and red jersey. We're going to play in that every week.
Yes.
Not the white one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it'll be interesting to see what we wear this week. If it's the blue and red or the
Is
white.
it supposed to be an away or a home game this week?
No, it's classified as a home game for the Knights.
So it should be.
Yeah.
Should be blue.
So
Okay.
they're red and blue.
So there's a little bit of a factor we might be able to get 2 more points with.
Who knows with this whole thing that's going on, though? Like, they might wear white. Who knows?
That's right. But I like, speaking of jerseys, I like Penrith. They got a pink jersey.
Yeah, which we usually win in.
Well, you never know. It could be late bloomers this week.
The strawberry milk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, that's just. I know a lot of people go, "Oh no, you've got to have the white one." To me,
I don't like the white one.
I don't like the white. I'd like to see a different colour.
Even
Swap
like
the colours
the
around.
black, even a black and red and blue.
Oh.
Like that.
I'd love that, but we won't
I
go
know
there.
you'd love that.
Once you go black, but anyway, swap the colours around. Like, instead of the blue, have the red there, and then the red where the blue is.
Exactly.
That'd be what I'd do.
I think we did that a few years ago. It was mainly red and blue.
Yeah, like a couple of blue stripes to it, or mainly red with a couple of blue.
Yeah.
Just something different. And, you know, to the white. But how good is Bradman Best?
Oh,
He's awesome. He's brilliant.
good to see him back.
He's a machine. Like, he's only going to get
Such a
better.
difference. Him and Kaylin were they were awesome.
And tell you what, when they're playing like that, if you're, you know, the likes of Shibasaki and Stafford Tower, it's going to be hard to get back in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
definitely.
good. It's a good headache for Coach O'Brien to have.
Yeah, that's right.
So, looking good for us. Last week, I think we turned the corner.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope, and just keep going from there. So,
Well, they have to win the next 4 out of their 5 or something, don't they?
I think so, but I think it probably depend on wins and losses from a few others.
Yeah, I think they're in control of their own destiny. They've got to keep winning to just have a chance to make the top 8, and hopefully they can do it.
Well,
They got the Broncos, Sharks, Bulldogs, Titans, and then the Broncos again.
so
It's not a bad run.
I think that's easily they could win all 5 of those games.
quite
There's a couple
possibly.
of tricky ones in there, but 5 out
If
of
they play
5.
like they did last week.
Well, the likes of the Bulldogs, if you take them too lightly, they'll pull your pants down.
Yeah, true.
But in saying that, we can beat every single one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
If we play like we played last week, and then the inclusion of Pierce,
Yeah. Yeah.
happy days for us. But
Well, St George, they're only going to get worse because Hunt has broken his arm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's broken
his forearm.
something. Yeah. So without him, that's a big loss.
well, they've got problems everywhere. That club.
Party boys.
Yeah, there's more and more coming out from under the bed edge every day. Like it's just
Yes.
turmoil season for them.
Yes, I think there's a lot more to that than we know about.
But
So.
sure is, absolutely is. That was a stellar performance, actually. Take my hat off to the boys; they've turned it around.
Yeah.
And as we said, in COVID situation in lockdown, it must be a lot harder on a lot of away from their families. Some are up there now, so it's looking good.
It's looking
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll take a quick break and be back shortly. Following segment is brought to you by Purnell Trophies. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for Night of the Round. We'll start off with you there, Kylie.
All right. My 3 go to Tuala, obviously because he had that hat trick and just played out of his skin. He was awesome.
He did play rather well, and it was hard not to give him.
No, he's on my list.
Yeah, so, well deserved, well deserved.
My 2 points go to Clemmer because he got an almost try, his first almost try. I just felt bad for him because
I thought it was, I think it was a try.
I think you would have had to give it to him. I don't look.
What happened to the old benefit of the doubt to the attacking team if there was inconclusive evidence?
Oh, they've got too many cameras now, I reckon.
Yeah. I see it.
And my 1 point goes to Bradman Best because he also played really well, even though the whole team did. But he scored and
Played well.
coming back from injury, he just played really good.
Totally agree. Totally agree. All right, Cranky lady, yours.
My 3 points go to Kalen Ponga. I thought he was awesome. And my 2 points go to Bradman Best. And my 1 goes to Tuala.
Yes, it was a pretty hard one this week too.
Very hard. Very hard.
But a good situation to be in. You know, where the other week it was hard to choose because they were all not playing well, but it's good to be in this situation where they're playing well to be able to hard to choose. All right, Jono, mate.
Okay, my 3 points went to Bradman, simply the best. Had an outstanding game.
Oh,
Amazing
love it.
to see him back in first grade. 2 points went to, I'm going to stuff his name up, Electric Uala
Anari Tuala.
Anari Twala, thank you. Just played amazing, got the hat trick, did help playing on the outside of Best, but and 1 point went to this bloke had a really underrated game, I thought, Phoenix Youngblood Crossland.
Yes.
Like solid game playing in the 6. It's unfortunate I don't think he's in playing next week, but he had a solid game, kicking, just played what was in front of him.
And did all he was asked for.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think he's deserving of 1 point.
And they're big shoes to fill for such a young bloke too.
Yeah.
So, rightly so. Well, my 3 points were the koala. Tuala. That's 3 points to him. Yeah, how could you go past him? 3 points. And 2 was Bradman Beast, because the best is yet to come. And my 1 point was David Clammer. But my special mention it's back this week. The special mention is Kurt Mann.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with like any of those plays because everyone had such a solid game, so it was hard to pick people.
Yeah.
No, it was good, but I thought
my special mention goes to the whole team.
you don't get one.
No, I do.
Okay, you can have one.
Yeah, because I'm in Andy's
just
place.
don't tell
So
Andy.
yeah,
But the whole team did play well. But it was good to see Kirk getting a bit of confidence back.
yeah.
And that was not that. I know he's a personal friend and favourite, but to go between those two players and pluck that ball out of the air how he did,
Oh yeah,
Oh, definitely.
that was pretty.
that was brilliant.
You were admiring his boots as well.
No, that was last week. I liked his boots from last week, all black ones.
Oh, that's right. He had blue on this week.
He had his blue ones back on, but the ones from last week, the week before, they're all black and silver.
You
Puma.
don't like black?
No, I don't. But special shout out to Puma. But good on them, guys, and it's going to be pretty close night of the round. For the night of the year at the end of the year. It's only got a few more weeks to go, so they'll be getting pretty close. So I think voting will go behind closed doors soon.
I think Brayley was leading last time.
Yeah, I'd say he still is, but I'd say there might be a few dark horses.
Definitely.
But Brayley played well too. I was close to giving him.
Oh, he did, but
yeah.
Mr. Reliable.
Unfortunately, as we'll get into a bit later, he's out this week. So
Yes.
It's annoying.
you never know. We could have a tie.
Could do.
But we'll get on to that. Hopefully, we'll have the trophy here on the show in the next couple of weeks.
Ooh.
So stay tuned. But that's night of the round for this week, and we'll take a short break.
The following segment brought to you by Ticker Clothing.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's time for What Caught My Eye. There, the cranky lady.
Oh, I get to go first. Okay. What caught my eye was the debacle that happened on the weekend when the rounds got cancelled and the Rabbitohs actually got stuck on the tarmac in their plane and didn't know whether they should get off or stay on and turn around and come back or...
Yeah. See, I don't think it was really well organised or from the Queensland government.
No.
It was just sprung on the NRL, and there has been a few speculations of why it happened. What's her name? Anastasia Palaszczuk. Apparently doesn't like bikies, and there was apparently a bikies meeting up there, a big rally on the Saturday night, and she wanted to cancel that. So rumour has it that's why it's done. But anyway, I just think 6 cases for such a big thing like that, and what's 24 hours going to do?
Yeah. Well, all they needed to do was really just say no crowd.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's
And they
exactly
could have
right.
just kept going. So I don't get it. But
I don't
for
get
them
it.
to be stuck on the plane like St
24
George,
hours.
yeah.
What's 24 hours and what's 6 cases, to be honest? If it was 60 or 600,
Yeah.
you could go fair enough. But 6 cases, I think there was a lot of unnecessary confusion and stress and
And Saturday night we were like, now what do? We have to talk to each other. No football.
Yeah, I organised a night out with the boys. I'm like, yes, get some footy happening.
Yeah.
Cancelled.
No.
Yeah.
well, I don't think it's a bad thing if you had to talk to me all night. Now, come on.
But yeah, I just thought it was bad enough that our game got cancelled, but for them to be stuck on the tarmac and be in no man's land, like if they got off the plane, what was going to happen? Like, were they going to be stuck there and
Well,
not
that's
be
the
able to
thing.
get
Too.
back?
It's not like it's a big jumbo jet where there's room to move. Either.
Yeah, just a
Same
little
with the
plane.
Raiders, weren't they? Like up in arms as to what to do.
Yeah, I think they were.
From Canberra. No.
No, they were up there,
as well.
but I think they were on a bus.
Yeah,
About to go.
yeah.
But then you've seen footage too of one of the Knights trainers had all the gear out the front ready to go. It's like no one knew. But I mean, hats off to the NRL. They pulled it off to come back on the Sunday. I just think if Anastasia tries this once more, we move to NRL. Say, well, you lost it.
Yeah.
And then you had the games on Monday, and we were like, you're barely getting home from work, so it's a bit hard to sit down and enjoy the games when you're just getting home from work. And
That's right. And then you got now the situation where the Knights are in a 4-day turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Which is pretty tough.
But it'd be interesting to see if, okay, so next week, another 6 cases come up, see if she does anything.
I'd say there'll be. It's starting to spread up there. I'd say there'll be more than 6, but
Will
shut
she
it
shut
down.
it down?
who knows?
Send it to New Zealand.
I was just going to say that. Maybe they should look at
To
taking
be
it
honest,
over there.
the New Zealand public deserve it. They haven't had a team over there for, 2 years now?
And
Yeah.
the poor Warriors.
Yeah.
They don't even know what home is anymore.
Yeah, you got to take your hat off to the Warriors.
Definitely. They've had it hard. Really hard.
And so I say, if it happens again, bye-bye, Anastasia. You've had your chance. Hello, New Zealand.
Definitely.
Because it'll cost the NRL too much just to can all the
They won't can it.
season.
They won't can it because, like you said, it'll cost too much, and then you got
too much
all-
money.
Yeah, all your advertising and your broadcasting. The amount of money they'll lose is astronomical.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that was a good one, Sharon. And we'll move on to Jono.
Okay, what caught my eye this week, and I need the Nighttime fans out there to help me out. Jared Weaver Hargraves was like tackling someone, a Parramatta player, and he gave this bloke a massive wedgie. I need to know what Parramatta player got the wedgie.
Gary?
Gary? Oh, he got
It's not like you to miss something like that.
What, the wedgie or the game?
Wedgie.
Yeah, there was. I need help. I don't know which Parramatta player it was, but there was a wedgie, and I need to know who the poor soul was.
Yeah, well, I just wondering what was going through his head when he was tackling someone. He goes, oh, they're a nice pair of
like
speedos. I might pull them up over his head.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit like getting in the tackle, but he just grabs someone and going, whoop.
He's just a grub.
I do remember that happening years ago back too at Newcastle. I forget who the player was, but they reefed his pants right off and reefed his undies off him. Reefed him that hard.
Ripped him.
Yeah, his
under.
whole undies come off. And he only had shorts on. And his undies would come off. I'm
Nice.
sure it was a Knights player, or it could have. We'll that'll be our homework this week. And we'll find out. That was a. Yeah, that was a. How do you put it? One for the highlight reel.
Yes. Yes.
No, that's a good one, Jono. But if anyone out there does know who it was, because I missed that game myself, right into the show to Jono, and we'll figure out who it was. Read it out next week, with your name. So, actually, I'll give it a little contest there. We've got a couple of Sayers Ink stickers out there. If anyone can come up with it, the first one through will get a Sayers Ink sticker.
Definitely.
So, a crazy lady.
What caught my eye was the Saab try.
Ah, yes.
The Manly and Sharks game. I didn't actually watch the game, but I did see highlights, and it's all over Facebook, all the Manly supporters. In the 27th minute, I don't know how he kept it in and grounded it, but it was magical.
Pretty freakish, eh?
Yeah, reminded me of Brian Tootle.
Yes, well, there is some freakish players out there like that too, and old Tootle's gone for a few weeks.
Yeah, rub it in.
But he'll come back bigger and stronger. But that was a freakish try, but it throws me back to the days of the Ross dog.
The Ross dog.
Ross dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the Ross dog used to do a few things like that?
He was awesome at doing that. He was magic.
Yeah, he was.
Acrobats.
Yeah.
Our little daughter, Portia, used to go dressed up as the Ross pup.
Did
Every
she?
game. She was dressed up as
Used
a
to
little
love
puppy.
the Ross dog. He was a great player.
Yeah, she loved the Ross dog. She was the Ross pup. But no, he done quite a few magical ones like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be good to bring them back. Things like that. And post-try celebrations. I know they're
I
doing it for
love
old
them.
mate.
Mm. Keep it going.
But, yeah.
Makes
that's
it
right.
interesting.
Still haven't seen anything better than the was it Cronulla that did the wrestling?
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the wrestling.
Yeah, that was the best one so far.
Has any of the Knights boys done any? I think Connor Watson did one, didn't he?
I think he did the horns or something, didn't he? But
Yeah.
that was about it.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing too.
Flash.
Come on, boys.
Yeah, come on, boys.
You got to do
Raise the
something good.
Raise the game.
Yeah,
No, I like it. I think it's great for the game.
it is.
Anyway, well, what caught my eye, that was a good one there. And what caught my eye is on Facebook there this week, there was a couple of young girls, Annika Gillette and Cadence Campbell from Newcastle, two young girls. had, long hair like girls do, shaved their heads to raise money for the Starlight Foundation. And I thought that was a good thing to do for young girls,
absolutely.
to shave off their head. And so I was looked into it a bit more too, and it's for the Starlight Foundation, and if anyone still wants to donate, they can still jump on board and throw a couple of dollars in.
You're going to donate your hair?
My hair?
Yeah.
I've got plenty of it. Would
Don't
Maybe he already has.
Maybe he has.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll do something like that for charity, but
Annika's dad, Jason, he's a Paul Raiders supporter, so
yeah.
Right.
So, but if anyone wants to donate, I'll put the link up on our page there, and you can jump on board and throw a couple of bucks. But good on the young girls.
Yeah, good on them.
So that was what caught my eye, plus a few other things. But I will say one thing. Last night's game, the Manly and Sharks, Dylan Walker and what's his name? The Sharks centre, I forget his name. Used to play with the Storm.
Chambers.
Will Chambers having a go at each other.
Oh.
Will Chambers come out of line and absolutely laid one on him. Ball and all tackle. It was great. But then it kept going. And Will Chambers is into him about he's caught what he got charged with and, the type of thing. It kept going for ages. I thought it was great.
bit of banter.
Yeah, that's right. What happens on the field stays there. But
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was what caught my eye, guys, for this week, and we'll take another short break and be back shortly.
The following segment is brought to you by Mobile Travel Agents.
All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for Around the Grounds with Jono.
Round the grounds, first game, the Sydney Roosters, 28. Parramatta Eels, the big old goose egg. What happened, Gary?
Shut up.
That's what happened.
The Riverworms, eh? Are the wheels falling off?
I think they are. I think get Moses back this week, so maybe
Oh,
bit
do they?
change.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Maybe.
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 But, they are a good team. All jokes aside, we give Floorboy Gary a bit over it, but they are a good team. They've got some quality players. So, but saying that too, we got the Roosters this week. So
There was a joke on Facebook. It was Parramatta
That's
Eels.
an old one.
Parramatta Eels had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Something I saw, like, if you look at the next Parramatta Eels schedule, it spells out home, away, home, away. Ha, ha, ha. So, see what happens.
Can I just say something? I wish they'd put Junior Paulo 10 metres back and get him running onto the ball instead of passing to him flat.
yeah, you can't. Big boys like that. It's the same with Clem and that. You can't just hand them the ball. They've got to run onto it.
Yeah.
It's like Harrigan. Okay, back in the day, you're not going to just hand Harrigan the ball.
They need to run up.
That's right. So,
Yeah.
and I blame that on your halves or your hooker, and even Paulo too. He needs to, but he's a damaging runner. So I reckon the Eels will bounce back.
I don't like the run home.
Penrith's one of the last.
Penrith are gone.
No,
They're not.
Oh.
They're actually not.
no way.
They get all their players back.
Yeah, they're getting all their players back. They got Pengo
Slowly.
Junior this week.
You only say next year at the other end of the table.
Now they might lose one more, maybe, but then James Fisher Harris comes back.
When does
Cleary
Cleary come back?
Cleary
He's named this week, but as number 21, so
He won't play.
next week at the latest, I reckon.
yeah, I'd say next week.
Fisher Harris will be back. Pengai's back. So you watch him start to come back. So it's just a shame. Yeah, we'll get into that a bit more later. But
Bloody state of origin.
yeah, we'll get in. We'll go on to the next one there, John.
The New Zealand Warriors get the win 18 over the West Tigers 16.
Just.
I think they wanted to do this one for Roger departing.
That's a shack.
I think they wanted to win that one for him.
Yeah.
Did you see the haka they did for him when he's leaving.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is just goosebump material,
Yeah,
that kind
love
of
the
stuff.
haka. It's really good.
Well, that's 2 tips we got wrong. We tipped Parramatta and the Tigers.
Yeah, well, Tigers are just... They've got some good players. There's just something's not right. As I said, they need a halfback and a hooker. If they get a decent halfback and a decent hooker, things will change. Because, I'm sorry, but Luke Brooks is just not the right halfback for that team.
I thought he played pretty good over the weekend. Well, that's what I just thought.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's just not the right one for that team. You know, maybe put him at, I don't know, as example, at the Warriors. He could be a totally different player.
Yeah.
But he's just not the right one for that team. And they need a hooker. Like last year, they had Harry Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things were a lot better. They need to find a decent 9 and a decent 7.
Yeah.
Speaking of 9, it's tradition for them to finish in 9th spot, and currently they're sitting 13th, so they need to win a couple.
Yeah, it's not going to happen this year.
Nice stats.
Love that one.
Love it.
Well, it's funny because they finished 9. That's just what they do.
Yeah.
True. But you look at all your decent teams, okay? You look at Melbourne. You look at Penrith. They got a good 1, a good 7, a good 9. The Knights becoming good now because we've got a good 1, good 7,
Getting them all back.
and 1 9. That's your spine. Without that, you're not going to go anywhere. And the Tigers, they got a good 1 in that Dane Laurie, even though he's gone for the season, but he's going to be a great player, that young kid. They need a 7 and a 9.
Where'd he come from?
Penrith Junior.
There you go.
You and your Penrith.
Everybody buys our players.
True. Look at the Bulldogs. But,
They got an Addo car, though.
yeah, but
Eventually they're going to get really well.
they got a good team for next year.
It'll take a couple of years, I reckon, for them to gel.
But no, they got a good team, so things have changed to them. Yeah, that was a disappointing game too. But the next one, Johnny?
The the Brisbane Broncos, 37 over the Cowboys, 18.
That was a surprise. I didn't think they'd...
I thought it would have been a bit closer than that.
We tipped the Broncos.
But yeah.
I thought the Cowboys would have taken them.
Yeah, me too. Or a closer game. What did he scored line? 37. How do you score 37 points?
Yeah,
when it's sort of like a blowout like that.
Yeah.
But a good thing from that game is Tony Staggs
He's gone.
he's gone. Which is good for us.
Oh, it's not good for the...
It's not good
Club,
for him,
but-
but good for
And
this
it's
week.
like annoying for the NRL to see such like a young good player
Oh yeah,
get an
100%.
injury like that.
100%. You don't want to see anyone get hurt. But I mean, from our point of view, it's
For this
good
week's
Gives you
game.
more optimism.
because he's a bloody good player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was it correct? Danny Levi got suspended.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he did.
I
He
knew
get games?
he was going to the judiciary tonight, but
Oh, was it?
Ooh.
yeah,
Oh, he might play.
it's
It'd be good
possible.
to see him play against us, actually.
Yeah.
Something tells me he's going to get a week.
Unless he walks in and says his name's Denny Munster.
Yeah.
And then
You'd be
he'll
right.
Yeah.
He'd be lucky to get that, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
It's not his first offence, though, is it? The last couple of years.
No.
There you go.
Interesting to see what comes of that, but yeah. And the next one was probably the game of the round.
Oh, 100%. Not the mighty Newcastle Knights, 34 over the cold Canberra Raiders, 24. Not used to the heat.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Raiders. And I think we were just too good. We wanted it more than them.
Yeah.
The only disappointing thing I thought was a few soft tries they got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Frizzell situation? People were calling for a sin bin.
Yeah, because he tackled him before he got the ball, which I don't know. I think it was simultaneously.
There wasn't much in it.
There was not much in it. And to be honest, I hate Fox commentators.
Yeah.
Because we could be winning 55-0 at half time and they'd still bag us.
Yeah.
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 They never give any credit where credit's due. And Tyson Frizzell's not a dirty player.
No.
I think it was... If he was tackling him without the ball, he would have had him around the arms. I reckon it was just, oh, mate's got the ball and he caught it at the same time as Tyson's tackling, I think it was just a fair tackle, but yeah. But saying that, while we're on this, we'll get on to that next. But there's some ordinary calls over the weekend, but we'll get into that. But awesome game as we've tackled before, so we'll get on to the next one.
The Melbourne Storm 37, the Penny Panthers 10.
Oh, look, I saw that coming. It still hurts. It still hurts so much. But I knew that we would not win that game.
No, but to be honest, it would have been good to see a full-strength Penrith side against the Storm to see where things are at.
Yeah.
We might.
Well, that's right. Well, you'll
At the end of
miss
the year.
Penrith will miss Cleary, and he shows how much he brings to that team.
But a team needs to have depth without
100%.
their key players.
But also a big key in that team too that was missing, and I don't think a lot of people realise it, was James Fisher-Harris.
Yeah, he's a difference maker.
And Yo, he's underrated.
As as well. So,
Hence why he was picked for Origin.
and Happy Corita.
Yeah, well.
So there's 4 of your key players around. It's going to make a difference.
Yep.
But one thing I want to say about this game. Melbourne Storm's try, I forget who scored the try, but Josh Addo-Carr was on this side of the line and old mate's behind it and passes it to Addo-Carr. And then Addo-Carr kicks it back. The linesman is standing right there. How did they not see that was like 3 metres forward? It was the most blatantest forward pass I've ever seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
But did you
Typical
notice?
Storm.
But did you notice? Commentators didn't say a word about it.
They wouldn't.
No.
But
They never would.
every person that was watching that game could see that it was so far forward it was ridiculous. Like, I was on some game threads during the game. Every single person, even Storm supporters, were saying, well, that was a forward pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't see through my tears.
Well, but the thing is,
Guarantee though, if it was the Knights,
it would have been.
we would have been called straight away.
That's right. But the thing is too, there was something else later in the half too. I said, I hope they replay that. Didn't replay it.
Yeah.
Because it was something against the Storm. I don't know what it is, but commentators, it's like they've got a little blanket and they put over anything that's against the Storm.
Yeah.
But why? Like Gus Gould he's playing his beloved Panthers. Gus Gould was that far up the Storm's butt, all you could see was toenails.
I reckon he's a closet Queenslander fan too. I reckon, good old Gussie.
But it's just sickening. Like,
Yeah. It is.
also, what is that linesman doing? It was that far forward.
Happens in every game, though.
Oh, they're still sponsored by Specsavers, the linesman.
Yeah.
Oh, 100% it does happen in a lot of games, but that was just so blatantly obvious. And it led to a try.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it didn't decide the game, but what if it did?
Yeah.
And what if
that's right.
that decided a grand final? You know what I mean? No, that is just ridiculous. And, yeah, that's ludicrous.
You're more passionate than I am, and that's saying something.
I just had to be honest, I've just had enough of inconsistent
Incompetent refs.
linesmen, and like you've got these linesmen. Let's face it, they're on pretty good money. I mean, they're not millionaires, but they're on pretty good money. But what are they doing?
Yeah. Not
Other
much.
than running down there to put the flag in the air to say where it's gone into touch, what are they doing? We might as well put our bloody Knights flag on it or something, or our podcast flag on their flag, and let them run down the sideline to publicise us.
Exactly.
Because they're doing nothing.
Yeah.
I like to see that, actually.
Yeah, so would I. Pretty good.
I mean, it's just makes you wonder. They're right there. If the cameraman can pick it up and we can see it from home, what's the linesman
Yeah,
doing?
why can't they see it? Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, that's my beef for the day.
The South Sydney Rabbitohs 50 over the St. Illawarra Dragons 14. Good old 50 burger by the Rabbitohs.
Geez, if it's not going to be Penrith and Storm grand final, Souths are going to be there.
Yeah.
And Manly's sneaking up too.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% convinced with Manly. I think if Tommy Turbo has another injury, Manly are gone.
Yeah.
That's
they're
like
like-
Penrith and Cleary. If
Well, I
he's
thi-
gone, we're nothing.
I think like that's like the key thing with Manly. You can have them written in pencil for the grand final, but can be easily be erased if Turbo's no good.
Yeah.
That's right. But see, Rabbits, as the crazy lady said, the Rabbits are coming good.
Yeah, they
And
are.
that's Wayne Bennett for you.
And it shows you
consistent.
being stuck on that plane didn't really worry him, did it?
No.
They are consistent.
A lot of playing that day. But,
Yes.
that's... Oh, I wouldn't say I would be disappointed if the Rabbits had to get in, I'd rather them than the Roosters or the Storm.
Last time they won it
Yeah.
was the year we got married.
It'd be nice to see someone
year
other
there.
than the Storm and the Roosters for a change.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, like Knights and Penrith.
No, not Penrith.
Well, you don't want to get beaten.
Pardon?
You're like a redheaded stepchild. Let's go.
No, it'd be good. Imagine that'll be a good road trip for one of us.
Yeah, for one of us, yeah.
Like it was last time when we went to Penrith. That was
Yeah.
But how
awesome.
good was that?
That was great.
It wasn't good.
I enjoyed
But win,
myself.
lose or draw, it's a good trip. But anyway, on to the next one.
The Titans 34 sent the doggies to the doghouse 6.
I didn't see that personally. That big of a scoreline
Yeah.
because Titans are so hot and cold.
Very hot
Yeah,
and
but
cold,
the
but
Bulldogs are cold. Full stop.
they're ice cold.
Yeah.
Cold
They
as
just
ice.
can't find their mojo.
I don't know if Barrett's chewed off more than he can chew, like bit off more than he can chew, to be honest. I know he's got all
He's-
these signings next year, but
He's not
He
a
signed
first grade coach.
he
Yes.
signed
Yeah.
Kotrick. He's done nothing. I know he's been injured, but he was in red hot form at the Raiders. Gone doggies, nothing.
But as
Flannery.
I wonder if
nothing.
it'll be the same with Addo Carr and the likes.
Burton.
but as the crazy lady just said, I don't think he's a first grade coach.
No.
I think he's a good assistant coach,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
but I
last
don't
year.
think he's. And look, even when he was with Manly, he didn't do anything.
No.
So, I mean, I know he's buying all these good players. You can have all the best players in the comp, but you're still going to need a decent... I know, you can prove me wrong, but I'm yet to see that he's a first-grade coach. A first-grade assistant coach, spot on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, first-grade coach, still to be desired.
I wonder if Gus Good will have any influence over him.
They say he won't. But
He won't be able to help himself. He
No.
won't be able to...
and to be honest, if I'm Trent Barrett, you're crazy not to let him in.
But would he be so overbearing that,
It'll be his team
Yeah.
rather than Barrett's.
Yeah.
I think he'll have too much of other jobs to do.
Yeah.
To be, but yeah, I'd have his advice at least. That's just, I think he's Origin coach,
Yep.
Roosters, coach Penrith.
Oh, like you said, you'd be crazy not to listen to him if you wanted to offer advice. But, yeah. Be interesting.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me.
And the last game, the Manly Seagulls 40 over the Cronulla Sharks 22.
You won't hear me say this very often, but I was going for Manly.
You what?
You were-
Yeah, because we need the Sharks to lose
Yeah.
to help us a bit more. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I was glad that Manly won that one, but
I was sort of good to see that Turbo got a rest because I reckon Manly are the only team that can really challenge the Storm. So just get Turbo off pretty early, give him a rest, make sure he doesn't pick up a naggy injury.
Do they play before
I
the
think
year?
they play next week.
But
Oh, do
saying
they?
that too, finals football's a whole different ballgame
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
as well. So once we get to there, but yeah, some good games coming up. There's some good games on the weekend. There was.
Yep.
Some exciting football again, and I think the players just wanted to get out and play.
Yeah, I think
And I was
so.
sick of,
Especially
talking-
when all that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to Brody on the Saturday, and he was just itching to get out and play.
Yeah.
They didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
So, they're all sitting there ready to go. I mean, that you're ready to play and then you don't get to play, so they'd be extra eager to get out there.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a big letdown. Get all that hype up and then say, the game's
Yeah.
called off. You're like, what am I supposed to do now?
I wonder,
Back to
some of
the
the
PlayStation.
players, they've got their little things that they do before each game. I wonder if that sort of put them off a bit. Well, obviously it didn't because they played so well, but...
Well, Brody did say he's going to come on the next couple of weeks and let us have a big insight of what it's like in lockdown up there. And so it'll be interesting to see some of what's going on. But I think one of them's got a big Call of Duty game thing going on.
Oh, nice.
I think that might have been Brody, actually.
I was going to say it'd nearly have to be Kalen. Kalen loves his
that'll be a question for the next couple of weeks when we get him on.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, that's around the grounds this week, and we'll take a short break and be back shortly.
The following segment brought to you by Feral Archery.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's time for Smita's mailbag. Couple there this week. First one is from Britt Jones. How good was the game on Sunday? Even Kurt had a great game. Do you see us making the 8? Crazy lady.
Yeah, I do. If they can win the next 4 out of the 5, as they say, I think they got a relatively good draw.
The main thing is too. I think a big factor is the confidence is back.
Yeah.
The heads are up,
Yeah.
and they're having fun.
Yeah.
Like the crazy lady said, I think they've got to keep winning and winning, and hopefully they can get some big scores up. But if they drop 1 or 2 games, I think
Makes it harder.
Yeah.
That's right. But yeah, so it's looking good.
Yes.
So positive from here, and if we can beat the ponies this week, puts us in good step. So
Yeah.
yeah, a good question. Second one, do you think we will finish the season or will the NRL call it off? In my opinion, they'll lose too much money. Should they move it to New Zealand? They should move it to New Zealand. I'd be lost without the footy. That's from Chad Fitzpatrick from Palamain. Well done. Good question, Fitzy.
Yeah, I don't think they'd shut it down completely. I think probably if anything more happens up in Queensland, like we were saying before, and may move it to New Zealand. But
I think if it gets shut down once more, New Zealand.
But in
And play the
saying
grand
that,
final there as well, given the rest of the season.
in saying that though, would they lose money with broadcasting rights and all that sort of stuff, having to move everything to New Zealand?
I think it'd be tricky moving into New Zealand. I thought Perth maybe.
Yeah,
They've got a
that's
big stadium
another
out
option,
there, but in saying that, AFL could be a bit tricky. But they've got other stadiums in Perth maybe. They could do it.
What about Victoria? How are they going with COVID?
Nah, I'd rather see it in Tasmania than Victoria.
I'd rather see it in Afghanistan than Melbourne. But I honestly think the Warriors, the New Zealand team and the fans and public over there deserve it.
Oh, they do for sure.
And they've got some big stadiums over there. The Warriors have got a decent sized stadium, but what's that? The big one where the Bledisloe Cup's played at all the time. Is it Christchurch or something like that?
I know Auckland's got a new stadium.
So, I mean, they could host it.
Yeah.
The grand final even as well.
Yep.
So I'd say my vote is over to...
Well, hopefully it won't come to that.
no, hopefully it won't.
No.
But if so, I'd be all for that.
Yeah.
Because they'd lose more money with the broadcasting if it wasn't on rather than taking it over there.
Well, Vlandy said there's options, and he's not. He's been very proactive.
He's been pretty good. Like, I don't agree with a lot of his rule changes and
Yeah.
but for what he's doing with the COVID to keep it going,
Yeah.
you got to take your hat off to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, without him, the competition would have gone on. Last year would have
That's right.
died.
Greenberg.
Yeah.
So I say, if it does get shut down, it's over to the football flats.
Footnut flats.
Anyway, on to the third question. Will anyone beat the Storm? They are on fire. It will be. It would have been good to see a full-strength Panthers versus Storm for an actual grand final rematch, but it was not meant to be. From Adam Clark in lockdown in Sydney. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Would have been good to see.
I think it's going to be a Storm are probably going to take it out again this year.
I don't think they might. I reckon they're winning too much at the moment, and then they could be Or then, like, I've seen it in big games, like a team dominates the whole regular season, gets to the big game, they just buggered because they've won too many
Penrith
games.
last year.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he wasn't going to say it, but
I wasn't thinking that, but that's something I'm keeping my hopes alive. Or maybe they get knocked out in the preliminary finals.
I hope so.
Would be nice. I'd love to see them get
They're
knocked
just
out.
playing so well.
I just like to see someone win it that hasn't for a long time.
Yeah.
If we can't win it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone other than Melbourne, pretty much.
All the
Like,
Roosters.
yeah, all the Roosters, but
Good question, but yeah. Anyway, the last one is, hey guys, what's your favourite all-time Knights jersey? From Sam Lewis in Chisholm.
the retro.
Retro?
Yeah. That's my favourite.
I don't mind those like alternative ones they come out when they like promote the Air Force. They're always good ones to get on.
Yeah, they're good ones.
I'd have to say the women in league.
Women in the league. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Bringing more women in the league. But this has been brought up before. It's no surprise for mine. It's the Anzac.
The Anzac. Yeah.
And Zach, yeah.
And it is a nice jersey.
Hence, you know, if you ever see me at the game, that's what I'm always wearing, is that one. And
They're great designs.
we've actually got one over there in the corner of the studio that's signed and framed. So trying to get them anymore like Rockin' Horse too. You can't get them. So lucky to have two of them, to be honest.
Yes,
very.
very
I'll be
lucky.
devastated when this one gets worn out and I can't wear it.
You might have to stop wearing it so much.
No, that's why
Swap
it's
them
my
around a
favourite.
bit.
Yep.
Anyway, that's Smitter's mailbag for this week. It's
Hang on, Smitty, we've got a couple there.
executive floor by Gary.
Just come in on the post. How you going, Cole?
Yeah, good. Thanks. How are
Good to see
you?
you, Jono.
Yeah, good to see you. Good luck for the weekend.
I just got to get me 15 seconds up. That's all.
Oh, you still got another free. Hey, we've got a couple of late mails this one, okay? I might give you that one to read out, Jono.
Hi, guys and girls. I really like Kylie on the show and love the jokes. Kate really enjoyed them too. He loves jokes. Please keep encouraging her to do a small segment. She's great. From Jenna Squires.
How much did you pay Jenna?
I actually didn't, to be honest. She inboxed the show straight away with when we did the thing with her son, and that was the response. So positive feedback is great to see, and thanks, Jenna. It's
Thank you.
it's good to see what people are enjoying and liking, because we don't know, and the more they give us back is we can build on it from there.
Bad or good is any feedback is good.
That's right. Anyway, great show. Keep it up. My question is, do you think the scrum should be like the good old days, like putting the ball in the middle of the front rowers and hook for the ball and push? Thanks for your time. From Tommy Tucker.
Tiny.
Tiny. Can't read his writing. From Tomaree Place, Tomago. Okay. Let's hope that's not near the boat ramp. But, yes, I think we've touched this before. I think the referees should maybe feed the scrum.
Has that ever happened?
No, but it's a new thing. Like the AFL. The referees bounce that for there and they both contest it. It's the only way to do it fairly now. And it's got to be put in the middle. So the scrums...
It's a bit of a waste of time these days.
Yeah, that's right. But when you got to feed into the second row, there's never going to be a contest.
I think our referees would be too scared to get that close.
Well, like if you look at a scrum, you got the two front rowers playing in the front row, then you got a second row playing the hooker, you got your two back rows, and then the hooker playing at lock. There's it's not set up how it used to be.
No, that's right. But there was word of it that it has to be the forwards in the scrums now. That was going to change, that no backs can go in the scrum. But why it gets fed in the second row is never going to be a contest. But it goes back to the linesmen. Okay, they're getting paid to do nothing. Maybe they should feed the scrum.
Well, they put it in the wrong way.
Put it in the right
they've got to
spot.
keep them warm somehow. They're doing nothing else. But anyway, is your view there, crazy lady?
Oh, I don't really have any. Like, I just know the scrums today are a waste of time. It's a bit pointless.
They are, but I don't want to see them gone, because a scrum is football.
Well, you get
You know.
the bunker to get in and feed it.
Yeah, well, they do. Nothing right anyway. So.
What about this?
Marinara.
You put the ball on top and let them try and roll to whichever way it goes.
Right.
We've got to do something, but yeah.
They're going to do something like Kylie said. They're a waste of time at the moment. So
That's right. Well, that's why they're getting rid of some of it. You only get a scrum for certain things now. It's sort of, I hope I'm wrong, but it sort of looks like it's getting pushed out of the game. But that's part of the game. You can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Fight for it.
Jono said,
Yeah.
the scrum is the scrum people in there.
And you can push.
Push, and you win against the head, the loose head. And
Loose head and feed.
you put some skinny forwards in there that are good runners with no pack like some of the big heavyweights. They'll lose a scrum every time.
That's right.
Well, that's
Part of the contest, and then people are going to get worn out quicker. And they put in the second row, and they call it back to put in the second row again.
But there's a good movie called The Final Winter.
Matt Nable.
Matt Nable. And you go back and you watch that movie. I recommend all you people
good
out there
movie.
to get it and watch it. It's back of the days when football was football. And, you know, they're in the scrums and they're just, I recommend you watch it. And
Now you get people that get in a scrum and undo the opposition's shoelace.
Yes.
Like, what is that?
even on the weekend, it was Daniel Saifidi. Pretty sure he was playing hooker and they're all packed in. He's got his little head up like a little bird looking around.
Meerkat.
Oh, yeah, it's like. But nah, bring back the old days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Smith's mailbag.
Who was that one from?
That one was from Tiny Tommy Tucker from Tomaree Place, Tomago.
Not enough teas.
Yes, and good to see some of the fan feedback. That's great. So if there's any more out there, send them in because it's good to give the guys and girls a
Big head.
no.
Pat on the back.
Oh, not just that, and you know, some ideas of what they want to see, and it's great. So that's good, and we might head over to joke of the week.
All right, I'll get straight into it. Ralph and Edna were both patients in a mental hospital. One day, as they were walking past the hospital pool, Ralph jumps into the deep end and sinks to the bottom and just stayed there. Edna promptly jumps in to save him. She swam to the bottom and pulled him out. When the head nurse became aware of this heroic act, she immediately ordered Edna to be discharged, as she was now considered to be mentally stable. She went to tell Edna the good news. Edna, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is you're being discharged since you were able to rationally respond to a crisis by jumping in and saving the life of a person you love. I have concluded that your act displays a sound mind. The bad news is Ralph hung himself in the bathroom with his bathrobe belt right after you saved him. I'm so sorry, but he is no longer with us. Edna replied, he didn't hang himself. I put him there to dry. How soon can I go home?
Oh, God.
Oh, Kylie.
Oh,
It's a very dark one, but I liked it.
I'm going to make sure I don't have any bathrobes inside.
Well, I was trying to buy you one for you.
No,
No, I'm kidding.
actually, she was. So,
I'm kidding.
no, that's good. I like it. And it's good to have a little bit of humour on the. Well, as Jana was saying too, the jokes are good and people like them. So, yeah, if you also got any funny ones you want to send in, maybe you can send them in. The crazy lady might be able to add yours as well as hers on each week. So send them in. And anyway, we'll get on to fan of the week.
Fan of the week this week goes to Melanie McLean. She, despite going through a tough time with her health issues, she's always supporting our show and the Knights.
Yes, Melanie and her husband are great supporters of the show. It's Terry, and they are actually the owners of Steak and Chops Butchery.
Best sausages around.
Yes, they are absolutely divine.
Got to try them.
So a big shout out to both you guys, but in particular Melanie, who's been going through a fair bit lately, but always seems to be smiling. Never a poor me. What about me?
Yeah.
Huge Knights fans, big supporters of the show and the Knights. So yeah, I reckon it's very well deserved, and she gets the fan of the week.
And
Well
the
done.
$50
Well done.
Sports Power voucher.
Yes. So well done, Melanie, and hope things are going better for you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll take a short break and be back shortly.
The following segment is brought to you by Sayers Inc.
All right, guys, and welcome back. It's Team List Tuesday. Over to the Cranky lady.
Okay. So this week we've got the Broncos. Thursday night at 7:50. So Kalen Ponga at number 1. Number 2 on the wing, Anari Tuala again. In the centres, Kurt Mann and Bradman Best. The other wing, Heimel Hunt. 5'8" is Jake Clifford, and the return of Mitchell Pearce, halfback.
That's a good back line.
Excellent back line.
To be honest, there's not anyone I'll go, oh, maybe take him out and put someone else in there.
Yeah, no.
Fitzy?
Nah, he's
Yeah.
forward. But I wouldn't. I just mean in the back line at the moment.
Sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, there's not, especially the way they played last week. I wouldn't change it.
Well, would you give Pearce another week off and then have Crossland?
If he's right to go, I'd like to see him have a few extra weeks with Jake Clifford to try and build that combination going
Yeah.
into the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Pearcey might have been almost right last week.
Yeah.
For the Canberra game, and
Well,
they might have just rested him for that one.
I think Ad said they'll on borderline, but it's a tough one. They want to make sure they get it right.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll be on the ball this week and start building a combination with Clifford. But I tell you what, Jake Clifford's got to keep the kicking. His kicks are just second to none.
Yeah.
And also goal kicking. He's our goal kicker.
And I think that's taking a bit of pressure off Kalen too, with him kicking. So, yeah.
So that's what I wasn't real sure about with giving him the captaincy.
Yeah.
You know, do you want to give Kalen any more added pressure?
But I think from the game with Canberra on the weekend, he seemed to be trying to lead a bit more. He was talking a lot more. He was giving direction to some players. So maybe it'll do him good.
Yeah, time will tell.
Yeah.
And, I mean, by all means, if he wants it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, on with the forwards.
Okay, in forwards we've got, at 8, we've got Jacob Safidi. 9, we've got Chris Randall replacing Brayley. Number 10, Daniel Safidi, Tyson Frizzell, Mitchell Barnett, and Connor Watson. The interchange, your mate Suaso Su.
The man.
Suey.
David Clemmer, Josh King, and Brody Jones. For the Broncos, fullback, we've got Tessie Niu. I hope I've got that right.
Who was it, sorry?
Tessie Niu,
You knew?
No, he doesn't live near me.
right? Okay, thanks. On the wing, Corey Oates. Centres, we've got Jesse Arthurs and Herbie Farnworth.
Herbie.
Punch buggy.
The other wing, we have Jermaine Isako, 5'8", Tyson Gamble, and halfback Brodie Croft. In the forwards, Keenan Palacia, Danny Levi, our old hooker.
So he's been named.
He has been named, but whether or not he's playing, I guess we'll soon find out. Payne Haas, Alex Glenn, Jordan Rickey, and Kobe Hetherington. Interchange, Xavier Willison, Rice Kennedy, Ethan Bullimore, and TC Rabati.
On paper, they haven't got a bad team.
Yeah. Well, they're missing Staggs, so it's one good thing.
I'm really looking forward to the forwards matchup, like the Safidi brothers, Payne Haas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Alex Glenn. Alex Glenn's a good player. But, yeah.
Well, these two at reserve, Anthony Milford and Xavier Coates.
Anthony Milford's on the way out.
Yeah.
No, it's just on his South.
You just told him South, so it was South, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think him and Coach Walters haven't really clicked. But saying that, even did Corey Oates. Corey Oates was on the outer for a while.
Well, I don't understand how was he picked for Origin and then not picked for Brisbane? It just made no sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, okay, if we had to get another winger from another club, if I couldn't get two of them, I'd go Corey Oates. I rate him. I think he's a good player.
Oh, they're saying when he signed with the Storm, he's like the next Israel Folau. So maybe he's got a bit of unlocked potential.
I like Corey Oates, and yeah, I found it very hard that he couldn't get a start in the Brisbane team, especially when they were going so crap.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd think they'd get anyone they could.
And I mean, going back to our side, the interchange bench, good solid bench.
Yeah.
Josh King has been playing unreal the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Clammer speaks for himself.
Yeah.
He's been playing unreal. Suaso.
I was going to say man crush.
Yeah.
Stop it. But no, you just know what you're going to get from him every week. And Brody Jones.
Yeah.
Give him some. If you're watching Adam O'Brien, give him some bloody game time. But the only thing is that see, Lockie Fitz has made it back onto the reserves, so he's coming back. But who do you get rid of to bring Lockie in?
You can't. They're all
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So unfortunately, it's going to be hard for Lockie to get back in.
What's
It
the
is.
saying? If it ain't broke, don't
Don't
fix
fix
it.
it.
That's right.
There's no one you can.
And unfortunately, at the moment, I think Fitz hasn't been playing that great lately, so it's going to be pretty hard for him, especially with no reserve grade at the moment too.
That's the problem. So now you got all these players that are sitting at home playing PlayStation because there's no game.
Yeah.
Which is, surely God, they could have ran something up at Queensland. Some
You'd
kind
think.
of Queensland. All the teams there, their reserve grades play each other.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been perfect sense. But
You'd think, but maybe it was just too much for him to organise at the time.
but
Such short notice.
yeah, it's a hard
Maybe
one,
too
but-
expensive for him to have.
Oh, but I can see the thing if like they've got players, then someone picks up an injury late in the week, you can't. Who are you going to replace for the reserve grade kind of thing?
Yeah.
But saying, like, we're on there too, but Josh King, to be honest, in the last couple of weeks, he was hard to leave out of my 3-2-1s the last few weeks.
He's, ever since Adam O'Brien's been at the Knights, he's just changed. He's just,
He's hitting hard, dude.
yeah, he's a different player.
So it looks like he signed again,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or about to, so good on him.
Yeah, that's good.
But
It'll be interesting to see how Randall goes too, coming back from injury.
I was just about to get on there.
Yeah.
We've lost Brayley, but we've got a handy replacement in Randall.
They're saying here Chris Watson has again been named to start at lock with Suaso Sue on the bench, but they may swap on game day as they did last week.
Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watson.
Yeah, well,
That's what I was thinking. Why would you? I thought Watson would have been the 9.
I thought that too. So that could happen as well. Watson could go to 9. Suaso in at 13 and Randall could go back to the bench. It's all mind games. And
Yeah.
so that
He
could
was,
happen.
Randall was playing really well before he broke his arm too.
He was. So
Yeah.
he's a handy replacement. And
Yeah.
the thing is, I'm not sure if he signed for next year.
not
or the year
sure.
after. So it'd be good to give him a chance to get in and sign.
Yeah.
Get signed. So he was a good young player.
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah. Well, that's team list for this week. Is anyone want to add anything to that?
Don't think so.
No, hopefully we can get the win.
Excuse me once again.
Hopefully they'll play as good as they did last week, if not better.
Mm.
Especially with Mitch Pearce back.
No, that's right. Well, time for Andy's bold prediction.
Yeah.
And we'll start with you, Crazy Lady.
Well, mine will be Tuala. He'll either get a hat trick or 2 again, at the very least.
Playing outside Bradman.
Yeah.
Never know. Then there might be a fight for that wing position with both the wingers. No, I'm playing that side this week.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm playing outside best. No, I am.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, I play best outside Bradman. So, sort of did that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that could happen. Jono.
My bold prediction is the Storm's going to get upset by the Manly Sea Eagles and Turbo's going to score 3 tries.
Wow.
Before we go,
very bold.
Does anyone remember my bold prediction last week?
Kurt Mann.
Well done.
He also said Suaso Sue was going to get a head knock or HIA.
But you say that every week, don't you?
Yeah. Sorry.
And I also think yours might have been Clemmer score a try.
That was
No, that was Andy's.
Was
Yeah.
Andy-
No, mine was 60. Someone was going to score 60.
Actually, hang on.
And his second one was unfortunately, I enjoyed it when you said it, but Penrith to win.
Yeah.
And kick out to score the game winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed with Kickout, actually. He was a bit quiet to his usual standard. But,
It's the team around him, leave him alone.
yeah, no, that's right. But, yeah. So, Andy, I'll give that bold prediction to Andy as well because he scored. Clemmer scored.
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
talking about Andy.
So, Big Andy, you got that one.
Does he get a prize?
Yeah, you get to go home, give him the prize later.
Kick out's wig.
Oh, that's gold.
Yes, nice.
So, your bold prediction?
I think Bradman Best is going to have a hat trick.
Oh,
Ooh.
Very bold.
I hope you're right, and I hope you're right. Because 6 tries between us.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's a good
Get
start.
that points up.
Okay, well, my bold prediction is that Brady Jones is going to get longer than 10 minutes this week.
Yeah.
11.
He's
Oh, 10:01.
Yeah.
and I'm going to go and say, I reckon Chris Randall's going to score from dummy half.
Ooh.
Nice.
And you'll see Kurt Mann score a similar try to last week's.
Very good.
Very similar kick in the air catch.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Love to see that.
Randall from dummy half. First half, 35 minutes in. See how close I am.
Awesome.
Let's see.
So yeah, I reckon that's what's going to happen. That's my bold prediction. My bold prediction is we'll get up as well.
Yeah.
Hope so.
That's not really that bold, but
Yeah, no, come on. I've got to try to be confident.
yeah.
But anyway, that's the show for this week, guys. I'd like to have a big shout out to Big Andy, who's off filming The Addams Family 7.
Yeah.
So, hope all's going well with you there, Fez, and might be back next week, depending on crew, how they're going. If not, he'll be back shortly. But a couple of big things coming for the show, as we said, through the week. So just stay tuned within the next week. Hopefully, we will have a big launch. Don't forget to write into us anything you want, and enjoy the footy. And thanks, Jono.
Thanks for having me.
Cranky Lady.
Thanks.
And the Crazy Lady.
When do I get my check?
Later. And yeah, that's us for another night. And we'll be back next week. So until then, go the Knights.
Go the Knights.
Up the red and blue.
Up the Panthers.
Always a night.
Once a night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Go Panthers.